welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Erica and I make lifestyle videos about motherhood, writing and recording music at home with my husband, my journey towards minimalism, hair tutorials, and more. I'm going to show you a shared toddler bedroom, plus it's also their playroom. It may be a little bit more cluttered than I like, but we have 0 closets in this room and in our house, so we've had to get super creative with how we utilize our space, and that is what I'm going to share with you today. As far as toys goes, we finally found a system that works for us, and I think it might help you too. I'm going to show you what we do to keep messes a little bit more under control, and how the Waldorf philosophy has inspired us to bring more open-ended kind of toys into our home and keep things more simple. All right when you walk into the room to the left is this big built-in bookcase. And this has been amazing. I love it because it helps store some of their toys where it's more accessible and organized, and it houses all of their books. And this may seem like a lot of books, but we definitely have read all of them and continue to read them all throughout the day. So we love books. Right, up here is where we keep our Waldorf birthday crown, and this is one of my favorite things in their room. It's like a work of art. My cousin made this for them, and she actually has an Etsy shop called Child of the North Star if you guys want to check out her work. But it's hand sewn, and this is felted, and they wear it every year on their birthday, and it's just so special, and I love to just have it up there so we can always see it. Right here is where we keep their little wooden cupcakes. These are by Melissa and Doug, and I wanted to show them to you because they're so fun. We get so much use out of these. Anytime a family member or someone that we care about has a birthday, we FaceTime them, and my children get so excited to go grab a little cupcake. They sing happy birthday and they pretend to blow out the candles, and it just makes it that much sweeter. I highly recommend this toy. We get so much use out of them. All right, so down here in this basket, we keep all of the wooden train tracks and the tunnels and things to make a wooden train. And I love having this accessible to them because it's easy for them to pull it out, and now they know exactly where all of the parts go, so they know how to clean it up. And then in this basket, we keep this bag of magnet tiles. And again, they know that they go in this bag, so it makes it really easy for cleanup. And here we keep all of their wooden blocks. So they still play with these quite a bit. And these are wooden play clips for building forts. So on this wall is where we keep our play silks. And I actually got this idea to display them this way from my cousin. This is just a piece of twine that I tied in a circle and nailed to the wall, but I think they look really beautiful displayed this way, and they're really easy for them to grab down and play with. I usually have to put them back up, but I think it looks so pretty like this. All of these silks we have displayed here and play with are by Sarah Silk. They're 100% silk. And I wanted to show you guys kind of what I meant by open-ended toys. This would be considered an open-ended toy because it's up to the child's imagination and how they play with it. It's not a fixed toy, so it doesn't just do one thing. And some examples of that would be sometimes they will tie them around and be superheroes. Sometimes they'll tie them around their head and Ivy will pretend like she's foraging in the woods. We will put them on the ground sometimes, and then this becomes a pasture of grass for their little animals, or the ocean or a river. We even love to use these in the Easter baskets as grass, and we've wrapped gifts with them. They're perfect for wrapping presents if you want to keep it eco and mess free. You just tie them around the gift. We love these and use them so much. This bigger one is what we use for fort building. And I don't remember the measurements on this, but I'll just show you guys. It's pretty large and so pretty. It comes in many other colors, but we use the wooden clips to build the forts, and I really recommend those because in the beginning we had chip clips and they tore the silk. These are 100% silk and they're pretty delicate, but we haven't had any issues since we got the wooden clips. So I highly recommend those if you're gonna use them for building forts. This was a gift, this little felted animal house, but it's so cute, I have to show you. It has a bunch of tiny little felted animals inside, And it's so fun to play with. And this year I actually put this on our tree as an ornament. I hid it kind of in the inside, and they had to find the little animal house, and they had so much fun doing that. That's all. This is the dollhouse that I bought for Ivy for Christmas this year. I got this at a consignment store for $50, which I was really excited about. Unfortunately, Ivy got a hold of it with her crayons and decided to decorate it herself, which didn't make me that happy, but whatever, it's hers. But I bought wooden peg dolls on Amazon, and I painted them myself, and I gave them to her for her birthday. But she loves these. She plays with them all the time. It's her most played with toy, which just makes me so happy. They're so special, and they're all different ethnicities, which I think is cool and important. And each doll at the bottom has a name. They're all named, and each name is a name that was on Ivy's baby name list. So they were all names that we were considering for her. And I can go down those names if you want me to. This one is Ivy, and she has Ivy on her dress. Primrose, Goldie, Freya, Isolde, Aspen, and Astoria. And I also painted a little Elsa and Anna doll for her as well, and this Buzz Lightyear for Oscar. This is Cuddle Bear, and I sort of have a love-hate relationship with this bear because it takes up so much space, but we really enjoy having this in the room because it's so large and fluffy and comfortable that my husband and I both will just throw it down in the middle of the room when they're playing and play with them and use it as a giant body pillow. So we keep him around, but yeah, he takes up a lot of space. So on this side is Ivy's bed, and we just recently converted their cribs to toddler beds, and by converting them, we just took the front off of the crib. I don't know if that's a thing, but it's definitely working for us, and these cribs were $100 each, so we're definitely getting our money's worth, and I'm happy about that. So this is her new little toddler bed, and these are her beloved loveys that she sleeps with every night. And up here is a swaddle blanket that belonged to her and Oscar when they were infants. And I just love having it up here. I think it's so beautiful. It reminds me of when they were little babies. And yeah, we're just using it as a tapestry now. And I love that there's just angel wings watching over her while she sleeps. So on this wall, we have these 4 animal prints, and these were a gift from a friend when Ivy was about to be born, and we redid the nursery, and everything was very neutral and just like muted colors, and it was very calming, and I loved it. It was so peaceful and beautiful in here. But as they've gotten older, I really just wanted to incorporate more play and more color because this does double as their playroom now, and I just wanted to be more vibrant and have a little bit more life. So I bought these Tibetan prayer flags on Amazon, and I love them. They add so much vibrancy to this room. I love the rainbow colors, and they match each chakra, and each one has a prayer. And every night before bed, we've been kind of going over some of these prayers, and it's really sweet. They're starting to memorize some of them. Like this one says, "I am loved, I let love in, I am kind to myself, and I live in peace and gratitude." So I just love having these in here. It definitely adds like a bit of spirituality to our bedtime routine and just life and vibrancy and color to the room. This is a rainbow stacker, and this is a great example of another open-ended toy. You can play with this so many different ways. I've seen them put little bridges over the train tracks, make tunnels with them. They even stack them up sometimes. You can make little puzzles with it. So there's so many different things that they can do with them and have done with them. It's really fun to watch what your child will do with a toy when they're just using their imagination. The popular ones are made by Grimm's, and they're about $120. And yeah, I just wasn't willing to pay that much, not knowing if they would really play with it that much or not. So I did get this one on Amazon as well. I think it was like $60. So over here, this is their cubbies where we keep the majority of the stuff that they play with all the time. So everything that we keep in the cubbies is stuff that doesn't have like a bunch of little pieces or a ton of tiny things that just get like thrown and scattered all over the room. I will show you where we keep those next. But right here is where we keep their little wooden trains that go with their train tracks, and Woody and Buzz live here too. Oscar loves these little action figures. And a drum. They still play with whatever that thing's called. I don't know what those are called. But they still play with that a lot, so we keep that here too. And these trucks, they play with these every day, but I love this little recycling truck. It has a little, look, there's a car in the back right now. They'll haul little rocks and things around the house or outside with this car, this recycling truck. And then in this car, it has a space. I've seen Woody driving this car. I've seen Ivy's little wooden dolls driving this car. It also lights up and makes noise. It's just really fun, and we have had this for so many years. I think it came from Pottery Barn. And this basket is for Oscar's cars, which these are his most beloved toy that he plays with more than anything. But there's only 2 in here right now because he took the rest to his grandparents' house today, but normally it's pretty full. And down here we have play dinosaurs, and they play with these a lot too. Here we just keep a little football and some of their dessert toys. Again, they love these cupcakes and these wooden ice cream cones by Melissa and Doug as well. This is a basket that I got at a garage sale, and I thought it was the perfect size for keeping all of their stuffed animals. This is absolutely essential for any toddler room, in my opinion. It's a sun catcher sticker, and it actually peels off really easily. It's not really sticky. But as the sun moves across the sky and it comes through the sun catcher, it casts rainbow prisms all over the room, and they move across the room as the sun moves across the sky. And it's just so magical. I remember the first time I put them up and Oscar saw them, he said, "Mama, the fairies are here." And it just melted my heart, and it's so sweet. So I highly recommend these. We have them in our living room too. They just bring so much magic to your home. In this window, we also keep this sun catcher, and it's this beautiful moon, and we got it at the Renaissance Festival. We go every year for my birthday, and it was a gift for my husband, but I love having it in their room. This is Oscar's little bed, and same thing, it was just a crib that we took the front off and converted it to a toddler bed that way. Right here is where we keep this little wooden doll pram, and it was a gift that we got for Ivy for her first birthday, and I've loved this. I think it's so sweet. And sometimes they'll even use it as a shopping cart and pretend like they're going shopping at the grocery store with their little play grocery toys. And we just keep it right here. This little doll, she's probably 20 years old. This was given to us by her cousins, and it was theirs when they were little, and they passed it down to Ivy, and she loves her little dolly. All right, on this wall, we've got these 3 little shelves and this gorgeous butterfly that my husband gifted me one year. But on this shelf, we just keep these Scandinavian toys out. They just remind us of our roots. And I've got this plant. Unfortunately, it's not real, it's fake, but I love to just have some kind of greenery in every room. And then I spelled love with some of their wooden blocks. And then this is a geode that we broke open together in the driveway, and it's just a fun memory, so I like to keep it up right here. This little dream catcher goes back to my baby shower before Oscar was born. It was a dream catcher theme, and there were dream catchers everywhere. It was so pretty. So it's just a wonderful memory of that. And it's like one of the things in this room that has just been in this room since he was born. But it is so gorgeous, and these feathers are hand painted, and they're gold, and they're so pretty. But yeah, this will probably be in our house until the end of time. I love this dream catcher. So we just recently were able to bring this love seat into their room, and I'm so happy we did. I didn't know if we could make room for it, but it is so nice now, because before we had a rocker and it just was getting really tight with 2 toddlers and myself, and we were all kind of piled on top of each other. And now we've got enough room for the 3 of us to sit and read books. Like I said in the beginning of this video, we read books a lot throughout the day, so it's really nice that we can be comfortably sitting in here, and my husband and I love to just hang out with them in their room while they play, so we've got a comfortable spot to hang out with them. So it's really nice to have a love seat in this room. On this wall is where we display all of their artwork. They've made all of this art at home while we have been in quarantine, and this dresser is not really a true dresser. I think it maybe is made for dishes. I'm not really sure, but we use it to keep their pajamas in and a couple other things I'll show you. This right here is a diffuser by Young Living, and it also doubles as their night light. It's got little lights on it. You can change the colors, and it's a great humidifier. And then we also have a Sonos speaker in their room, which It took us a while to purchase this because they're kind of expensive, but I'm so glad that we did because we use it all the time. We have dance parties now every night before bed to just get their wiggles and their energy out and to tire them out. But I've kind of always got it playing on my phone, so at any point during the day, I can just turn it on and their little songs play. That's loud. In this drawer is where we keep Ivy's things, and on this side we keep her diapers and wipes for easy access to diaper changes. Right here I keep all of her headbands. These little top knots are so cute. Her bows. She's got a couple little pieces of jewelry that she wears. This is a camera for toddlers, and they don't really play with this yet, but I need to see if they're ready for it. And these pacifier clips I just can't part with. I don't know why. It's kind of weird, and these are some more little clips and bows. And in the back, these I'm keeping for when Ivy potty trains. And then back here we keep things that we don't really use that often, but we need, like this diaper paste and some Aquaphor. In this drawer is where we keep Oscar's things. These are all of his clean undies. We keep this basket for both of them for just bedtime socks so their feet don't get cold. And over here are his pull-ups for nighttime. And back here I keep these old little pacifier loveys. I just can't seem to part with those either. In this drawer we keep backup sheets, and these are some swaddle blankets. And down here is where we keep all of the dress up stuff, and I like keeping it in this drawer because it's very easily accessible for my daughter to pull it out if she wants to play in it. It's just got little headbands in here, some tutus, things like that. This is Ivy's side, and here is where we keep their pajamas, and they pick out their pajamas before bed, and another swaddle blanket that I use for changing. And this is her shoe shelf. Shoe shelf, that's really weird to say. This is her shoe shelf. And these are all of Ivy's fancy shoes that were bought by her grandma. Her grandma has a little bit of a shoe problem, but I think it's really sweet. She loves to spoil her with these. And this is Oscar's side, and here's Oscar's pajamas. On this end table, has this little shelf. We keep their piano there and Oscar's train house. And then this is their sound machine for when they take naps and go to bed at night. So I'm not really sure how this chandelier became the place that we hang butterfly wings. I'm pretty sure my husband did that, but I like it, and so there they stay. All right, so you guys are gonna follow me down this hall, and I'm gonna show you where we keep all of their clothes. And this side is Oscar's, obviously. These are Ivy's. And this is quite a bit more clothes than they normally have, just because we're in between seasons, so I still have like some long sleeve pullovers and sweatshirts and things like that. Back here is where I keep all of Ivy's shorts and skirts and like little bloomers and things. Over here, her pants, their socks, all the shoes that they wear for the most part, and these are Oscar's pants and his shorts. So we try to keep it all organized this way, and because we don't have a lot of stuff, it usually stays this way. And then down here is where I keep some dress-up shoes. They're rain boots. That entire container is full of clothes that are given to us that they will grow into. That container is full of Oscar's to grow in clothes, and then that stuff is things that they grow out of. I just kind of toss in there to give to friends or to consign or whatever. And some of this is just like jackets and dress-up clothes that I didn't have room for in their room. All right, so walking into our dining room over here, in this armoire is where we keep a lot of their toys and extra things, which I know is totally not ideal that it's in our dining room, but it works. All right, I'll just show you what's in here. So down here, we keep these little animals and doctor stuff. This right here is just a little magnet, little dress-up princess thingy. Here's where we keep crayons, play food. This is a little fishing game that's super fun and teaches them their letters. Up here is just a big thing of like chunky Legos, which if this is in their room, they just dump them out everywhere and they'll play with them for a few minutes and then just leave them. So I put them up here so that they have to ask to play with them and then clean them up before they get another toy out. This, oh my gosh, you guys. This is my Melissa and Doug, and it has 4 doors on it, and see these little keys hanging down? You have to try to unlock each door with each key, and this was my total go-to for the longest time as far as rotating toys. If I needed to get something done or mop the floor or just like have a few minutes to myself of just them being quiet and still, I would pull this out and they will just play with it for forever, trying to unlock each door. It's such a wonderful thing to like have if you want to like keep them engaged in something. But the rest of it's just some eggs, little like bubble guns. Oh, this goes over here with our play grocery store stuff. Yeah, just bats and balls. Their little etch and sketch. And in these drawers here, this is where I keep all of our craft stuff. So we don't have a ton of craft things, but I like to keep just a couple little things on hand. We just like to get creative and use what we've got to make stuff. Here's some paints and watercolors, things like that. Back here's some more craft stuff, some more peg dolls that I'm planning on using to paint for gifts. And then this bottom drawer is where we keep puzzles and games. What? So yeah, we just keep the puzzles in here. Anything that has a lot of pieces, like the games, the matching games, anything that requires a lot of pieces, we love to keep in this drawer, and they'll ask to play with something. Oscar, you gonna do a puzzle?
No, I am do trees.
Oh, you're gonna build a tree?
Yeah.
Do you need some help?
Yeah.
Okay, will mommy help you? And then just make sure that you bring it back to me when you're finished, okay?
Okay.
Oh, that's what it looks like. Have fun.
Yeah.
So I hope you gained some inspiration from this video. I'll definitely leave links for certain things around the room in the description box below. And remember, your child doesn't need a theme or everything to match perfectly. They just want their room to be special and unique to them with all of their favorite things around them. So keep that in mind when it comes to decorating your toddler's room. You can definitely use what you've got. And also, if you liked anything in this video, I will be leaving links in the description box below for most of the stuff that you see in here. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. It would light me up inside. And don't forget to hit the bell for notifications because I upload new videos every week.